Hey guys, welcome back to Werner Farms. So, we just got the combine fueled up. We ran the 8530 for a little bit while we were fueling it up. We're working on moving over to the last bit of corn that we got to pick for the year for Marv. And it's over in Porter County, probably 5 miles from where we're at. So we're gonna go move over there. I know we got a dusting of snow last night, so I'm not entirely sure what the corn actually looks like over there. Depending on how much snow is over there on the corn, we may not pick today. So, all depending on what the corn looks like. My God. Well guys, there's absolutely, I would say, no snow on the corn. There was just a little bit of snow on the sieves from yesterday though. It seems to be running fine though. We already got the first truck out of here. All of this is going to be going to Malden. Malden's actually only about Actually, I'm looking right at the elevator. I don't know if you guys can really see it, but if you kind of look towards those high tension towers, you can kind of barely see the top of the elevator over there. So not too far. I would say a couple miles, maybe like 4 or 5 miles. So not too far. Not too far from 49 and Gastonia's over there. So I'm not entirely sure what all is left here. All I know is that there's about 100. The fields total up to about 116, I think. Technically, this is all one field. They just have a lane that cuts across here and kind of snakes up over there because if you can kind of see where that brush is standing up behind that cornfield, there's like a 25-30 acre field, and then behind that, that goes with it. So that field that is kind of in between there is somebody else's. So I believe that's just set aside from the way it looks when we drove back there and looked at all this. So, but they got that backfield done. I'm not entirely sure what that backfield consists of, how many acres it is, but I believe in here it's about close to 100, because then on the other side where those trees are, there's a ditch, there's a little sliver, and then there's that an alfalfa field actually that belongs to the same guy that owns that field. And then behind that little alfalfa field, there's like a 5 acre patch of corn there. So kind of weird how it's all divided up, but we should get a good chunk of this knocked out today, especially with the elevator being right there and being able to haul trucks and get them out of here pretty quick. So definitely going to be a busy day. Well, if you watched the previous video, I did talk about how the weather wasn't going to turn in our favor and how it wasn't going to turn very good and how it was supposed to rain and everything. I see that tomorrow, Friday, November 20 or November 30th, it's actually not supposed to rain, and it's not supposed to rain until Saturday, and we're actually supposed to get 2 to 3 inches. Well, right now, it's 30-some degrees out, and everything that was froze is thawing out, and it's starting to turn a little greasy, and we're starting to cut, I would say we're just barely starting to cut tracks. So we're by that ditch over there where I was talking. open it up over there and see what it looks like, how soft it is over there. And plus, we got to pick from that side this way because of the way the corn is down. So we're hoping that we can get over there on that side and pick over this way okay with no problem for a while until see how things look in about an hour and a half, because this lane is going to start getting real soft and he might not be able to get in and out of here with trucks. So So you can see that Dad went ahead and split this field down the middle, just like how they have this over on this side, but on this side they actually have a lane. Our theory is that we're just gonna pick this way, like I was saying earlier, start on that side and work our way this way because of the way the corn's down on this south side. It's not bad as far as I know on this north side. Unless Dad knows different over there along the ditch where he's at. So that way we split it down the middle. That way I can just drive the grain cart up and down the middle here to load trucks up until it gets any softer. If it gets any softer and he is starting to have trouble getting trucks out of here, then we'll probably end up just start loading them out on the road. It's not the easiest thing to do based on how the lane is, so we can load from the combine out onto the road without a problem. Just getting in and out with the grain cart is going to be kind of a challenge, just because there is really no turnaround point unless we pick on the other side. Then I could turn around out in that field and pull back into this field then. The reason why our trucks aren't here is because Grandpa and my grandma went up to South Bend. They took one of the Explorers up there to get some work done on it, and so he'll be over here with one of our trucks in about another couple hours, I'd say yet. So eventually he'll get over here and we'll work with our semis. We're not going to pull our semis out here because it's getting way too soft for our big trucks, well, our semis and hopper trailers that we have to come out in this out in the field yet. So Marv's tandems, his straight trucks, they can come out here for a little while yet, but it's starting to thaw out, and as you can see, there's some wet spots just where I'm sitting there. And of course, right here along the end rows, there's a big wet hole right here, so corn head must be plugged up again. We seem to be picking up a lot of small chunks of dirt and getting them just wedged right in the right underneath the deck plates there on the corn head, like frozen chunks of dirt. Not so much getting plugged up through the corn stalks, but just getting plugged up with those. That seems to be our only issue. That's what we were fighting bad yesterday, and I'm pretty sure that's what Dad's fighting right now. So, well, Dad wasn't fighting a plugged corn head. He was actually fighting a gathering chain that ran off. So we're headed back up to the truck, just right up over there, and we're going to try and get it fixed. And I'm going to try and stay out of these wet holes because I do not want to cut tracks any more than what I can in his field, and I do not feel like getting the tractor stuck and the grain cart stuck. Now I'm empty, but I still do not want to get stuck. So at least John Deere's not too far. They're just actually right up the road, so if we need any parts, they're just up the road, I guess. So we went ahead and got the gathering chain fixed. We just ended up loosening the chain up. It actually jumped off the top sprocket or upper sprocket, and loosened it up, threw it back on, tightened her up, good to go. I'm gonna go hop in the combine and ride with Dad for a little bit, help him open up along the ditch here. The corn head keeps wanting to plug up because of the down corn, so I'm gonna help him do that and work on getting the rest of this opened up. Well, Grandpa's here. He went ahead and took whatever was on the black semi from last night into Malden, and he's here out on the road. We're gonna load him out on the road and keep our semis out on the road. That way we don't get stuck with ours. We're probably gonna end up having Marv keep his trucks out on the road here pretty soon because the lane's starting to get pretty greasy. You can kind of see it on the screen there a little bit. I don't know, I kind of felt the front end sliding just a hair. We still have the blue semi, our Freightliner, loaded back at the shed at our place from yesterday also, so at some point we'll have to get that into the elevators. So, but for now we got all this opened up and it's just starting to get real soft here real quick. Well, as you can see, it is getting dark and it is actually 4:20 out, and the lane, as you saw, is extremely muddy, and the front end of the tractor was actually sliding around, and so was the cart. The cart was just completely just sliding around, so I'm just going to drive through the field at this point and try and not find any soft spots. And as you can see, the tractor is completely covered in mud. The sieves are starting, or at least the lower sieve on the combine, starting to plug up ever so slowly. He's only able to run about 2, maybe 2.5 mile an hour picking this. There is a lot of down corn. I'm still shocked that Marv is able to make it back here on the lane, especially how slick it is, and I think he can hold about 5, maybe 600 bushel on those trucks. I'm not sure. I believe the capacity on our combine's about 250. Don't quote me on that. Maybe 250. I don't remember for sure what it is. You can possibly, I don't know if you can see that, but Grandpa's sitting down there headed east. We're going to load him and he's just going to go home. At this point, the elevator's closed. Malden closed at 4. We're just going to load the trucks up and then just call it quits. I don't think we're going to load the auger wagon. I don't know. We may or may not. I don't know if we're going to take the combine home. We may. It's supposed to get cold tonight. I don't know if it's going to be enough to freeze. If it is, I imagine we would end up taking the combine back, just because we don't want to end up having it freeze and then have a big situation with the sieves. So, more than what already is wrong with them. So, I don't know what the plan is tomorrow. I know they're talking a slight chance of rain tonight, like 15, maybe even 10%. I know they're talking a 10 to 15% chance of rain all day tomorrow. And then the rain's supposed to hit Friday night all the way through the weekend. So I would say maybe half of this is done on this side of the ditch. We didn't even start on the west side yet. Maybe half of this is done. Not even, I wouldn't even say half. I would say halfway between a quarter and a half. There you go. I don't know what we're going to do tomorrow. This is going to be a complete mess tomorrow with it being so warm tomorrow, and I think they're talking upper 30s, lower 40s tomorrow, and this is going to be a complete mud hole tomorrow. I'm not entirely sure what we're going to do, if we're going to pick tomorrow or not, but anyways, I'll go ahead and end the video here. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Snapchat. Snapchat's definitely where you're going to find your more current videos, because these videos are probably not going to be released till the following week of this. So anyways, thanks guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.